Hello everybody, Nilika Plays here, and welcome back to Bioshock. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're at the point where I'm almost at the end of the game. It's been a long time coming. However, I do want to make sure I go back and check to make sure we have all the audio logs. And I said I wasn't going to do this type of thing, but I'm going to now. So we're actually going to load back. As you can see, I have the medical pavilion saved twice. Point Prometheus, so we're all right there at the end of the game, so nothing will get overwritten. We're actually going to go all the way back to Rapture, to Welcome to Rapture, and I'm going to show you where these two audio logs are. And then we're going to kind of go from there so I can give you an idea of what to keep an eye out for. Even if that means replaying some of these until I get to the certain part where these are, that'll be fine with me. So, let's go ahead and see here. Actually, to be honest with you, might have even better have been restarted this, but I'm not going to make you watch the whole thing. That would be an hours long video. So we're just going to kind of get to the point where they're going to be at, and I'd show you where they would be if I already collected them. You know, at least you have an idea, and we'll continue on from there.
Says the man in Moscow.
New plan.
It belongs to
so
everyone.
I was too far to get those two. So once you go down the steps by the theater, where that first encounter the Big Daddies, you cannot get those logs again. So you have to get them like in the first immediate part. So also, I could have left this part in.
A city where the artist would not fear the censor, where the scientist would not be bound by petty morality, where the great would not be constrained by the small. And with the sweat of your brow, Rapture can become your city as well.
So apparently that's like an actual, like one of the game scores. Has nothing to do with potential copyright. But again, I had those on there because I didn't want to risk it throughout the Soul gameplay. So, but anyway, so I started a new game. This one's going to be on Survivor difficulty. We'll get through the end of it to get like the Disable, Vita Chambers, hard achievements, stuff like that. So this will be the hard game playthrough, but I needed to start this one to show you where those two audio logs are. We have them on the run we're doing now, but this way it's just easier for everyone to see kind of where you get them, because you have to get them here in the beginning. So alright, so you're first going to get to the Kashmir restaurant. This is the first place you're going to have. The two audio logs in this game that you can miss are both in here. First one, you're going to go downstairs, come over here, right on this table there's Eve, some money, and there is the first diary that can be missed.
Another New Year's.
Then heading
Night alone.
directly
I'm
back
out
up
and
the stairs.
You're stuck in Hephaestus, working. Huh. Imagine my surprise. Oh, I guess
We're
I'll
gonna
have another
go
drink.
straight back,
Here's a
in this
toast
bathroom,
to Diane McCoy,
and there is the whole
silliest girl
in bathroom
Rapture.
wall audio log.
Silly enough to fall in love with Andrew Ryan.
Those are the only two you really have to worry about in the beginning of the game. Obviously, I'm on a harder difficulty for this part, but yeah, those are the only ones you have to really worry about this part of the game. The rest of that, you're pretty much good. So where I was when I started this video is down here. Once you drop down those stairs over there, you can't come back here. So make sure you get those two logs before you get to this point. Actually, I don't think, yeah, you can't even go back that way. So if there was anything I missed back there, it's gone now. So, which I wouldn't have missed anything important, but that's the idea. So make sure you get those two in the Kashmir restaurant when you first get to Rapture. Alright, so you're just transitioning from Welcome to Rapture to the medical pavilion. One of the audio logs is going to be on this counter. I've already picked that one up. This is in the save that we're on right now, so this is where your first log's gonna be. It's right here, the desk in front of medical pavilion. And then once you have access to emergency access, you're gonna come down this way, which I think you do when you get in here anyway. It's been a while. On this desk is going to be the next audio log. Continuing up the medical pavilion, we're gonna go up these stairs. Head on through this door. There's a Big Daddy down here somewhere. We're gonna go through this door so we get the door control. There he is. You're going to be looking right here. Should be the next audio log. which I should also add the names to. I mean, that one's going to be called Higher Standards, so that's going to be Higher Standards location right there. And the next log, Parasite Expectations, will be right here on this shelf desk, on a bar area. Right underneath this sign is their family protected. If you just come around the corner from there, you'll be the first thing here. Alright, and the Love for Science audio log is going to be directly this way. Maybe to your right, it'll be on this suitcase, right here. Going back to the area where you found this log here, we are going to head this direction. And right up here on these two spikes that are sticking out of the wall will be the next audio log. And that one is called Limits of Imagination. So Limits of Imagination will be right there. Alright, and to find the Vandalism audio log, we're going to go to where this one was again. We're going to head this direction. Go this way. Buy this vending machine on this chair. This one I have yet to pick up. You'll find audio log there. For this next log, we're going to be going into the Eternal Flame. And right here on this wall, well, on this picture, we will find Surgery's Picasso, which is the next audio log. Leaving from Eternal Flame, we're going to find the next audio log. If we go down this set of stairs towards Danny Dental, in this area, there will be ice on this wall here. Just have to burn it down, and the next audio log will be there. It's called Freezing Pipes. Okay, after you've melted the ice and you've gotten the Freezing Pipes audio log, we're going to head to Cure-All. Through these doors, and over here in the corner, right over in this area, is going to be the next audio log, and that one is called Enrage Trial. Alright, leaving out of the Cure-All, we're going to head towards Danny Dental, which is right over this way. This audio log will be, because the dentistry sign is going to be like right there on the floor tiles. And then we're going to go into Danny Dental. Go to this door, go this way. Door's going to raise. Now this is where you get telekinesis. And right against this podium is the next audio log. And that one is called Testing Telekinesis. So you'll find that one right here. Okay, we are leaving Dandy Dental to head towards Painless Dental. That's where you gotta go. You're gonna get into Painless Dental, and you're gonna come over this way. It's gonna be a little bit of a cutscene here. One of those things that kind of turns you around. You'll get stuck thinking that you're gonna crazy. Okay. As you can see, this is one I haven't collected yet, but this is the Plasmids Are The Paint location. And again, just because even I confused myself with that one. You'll come around this corner from Danny Dental. Get up on this chair right here. I didn't think you could do this. There's a turret right there you'll probably have to destroy. But you can either break out the glass or you just jump up here and crouch. And you can get right in. So, why that was so difficult for me to know, I don't know. On to the next one. Alright, this one was a little tricky for me to get back in here. So, we've obviously progressed past this point in the game. If you haven't, you can go right on through these doors. If you have, you'll come to these doors, and they won't open. So obviously we came back on the Bathysphere because we're at the end of the game. If we've already left, these doors will not open. However, we go through this door here, to this door, which leads us to where we dealt with our first little sister. There's our machine and everything right there. Which actually I should probably check to see if I can pick up health upgrade. Because we still got to work on getting all those out of the machines we missed. Go through this way. Open up this door. In this direction. That's where we would have came in at. Obviously, we're not getting in that door. Just go straight back this way. And we're back in the surgical. Alright, in surgery, once you clear this path, this debris right here, the next audio log which is called Symmetry, will be right here on the wall, kind of on this little stake thing next to that corpse. Okay, and continuing to go to the next log, which is going to be called Aphrodite Walking. We're going to head down this way. I forgot to pick that up. Silly me. We're going to go this door here. And come around this way. And the next one, again, Aphrodite Walking, is going to be right in here. Okay, and then the last one, the second to last one of this level, we're going to go to the viewing rooms. This is where you fight and kill Sidemen. Come down here. Once the battle's over with, come up on the table, loot the corpse. The audio log will be on the corpse when you loot it. So you can't really miss this one if you're looting the corpse. Okay, and the final audio log, Gather Vulnerability, is going to be almost back the way we came, except we're not. Obviously, we're going to go in this door. That door. Where you deal with the first little sister, which you'll probably get this one as you're dealing with her anyway. Right over here by the Gatherer's Garden it'll be, and right next to it is the next director's film riddle, right there. So there's that. That's all of them for the medical pavilion, so we're moving on to the next location now. Okay, we are now in Neptune's Bounty, and we're going to head towards the next audio logs. So the first audio log that's over in here is called Bathysphere Keys, not Fontaine must go. Fontaine must go is actually located in this little grate down here. So we're just going to head this way, take a left, right down here in this grate, crouch down. There's some other good stuff down here too, so it's definitely worth picking up. But in this area, oh, there's also some ammo and stuff. In this area, specifically, right in here, you'll find the Fontaine Must Go audio log. Alright, continuing to the upper wharf. We're gonna head, if he'll let us through. Watch out there. Come on, Rosie. Get away, man. Alright. Right here on this table is the next audio log. And that one is called Finding the Sea Slug. Again, that'll be right here. Alright. Going from that audio log, we're gonna head back this way. Kind of where you'd get a little sister at. She comes out of the vent. Obviously, he's a little upset. There ain't no more left, man. We took care of all of them. This body right here, there's a corpse. Hey. The audio log will be on the corpse when you search the corpse. And that audio log again is called Picking Up Timmy H, or Picked Up Timmy H. Okay, heading from this vent to the next vent here, you'll find Masha Come Home, and it's either going to be here or here. You'll probably see it when you run through the initial run when you're playing anyway at this level. It's pretty hard to miss, but yeah. Okay, and then heading towards the Wharf Master office. You can take a left. The next audio log will be right here, and that one is called Watch Fontaine. Yeah, it's probably for the best. Little bit of information there. Alright, once you've got up to the Wharf Master's office, you're gonna head down this way. There will be a turret right here. There's actually quite a few turrets in this part of the game, and they're trying to kill you, so please do what you can to defend yourself. But you're gonna crawl into this little area here. There will be a security, like a camera, somewhere in here there is a camera. On this table right here, next to what looks like a pile of these, which I think is really cool. They put the director reels with evidence on there. But this table right here is the Have My Badge audio log. Alright, eventually you'll get to the point where you're coming this direction. You'll crouch down, you'll come through this hole in the wall. This is where there's an explosion. There's a nitro splicer here. You'll come down here. The security plasmid is here. You throw right there. The security camera nub. Oh, there's also a shotgun. So right here. That's helpful to have. The audio log will be right there in that box, and that one is called Adam Discovery. It's right in here. And this one full of the fish. Alright, and heading this direction towards the Fighting McDonoughs and Jet Postal, you'll find the next audio log straight off to the side in here. And that one is called Eden Leaking. Okay, continue in that same direction. This little area here. Right here on this bench, you're going to find the next audio log. That one is called Fontaine Smugglers. Okay, we're going to head to Jet Postal first. As soon as you enter in here, right on this table, there's another audio log. That one's called Death Penalty and Rapture. And now we're heading into the Fighting McDonough's Tavern. Right on this table right here is the next audio log. And that one is called Smuggling Ring. Directly across from this one, head in this direction. Oh. There's also another audio log here on this table, and that one is called Working Late Again. Okay, upstairs of the Fighting McDonough's, there is an apartment, like apartments in here. We're going to want to go towards room 6. In room 6, head this way, there'll be an audio log right here on the floor next to this corpse. That audio log is called Arresting Fontaine. If you head towards room 7, which we hacked the keypad for, I think the code is 0... No. One of the audio logs still is the code. I can't remember what it was. But head this way. Right in here. You'll find the next audio log on the floor. Right here. That one is called Saw Masha Today. Okay, now we are heading into the basement of the Fighting McDonough's. Straight on through that little waterfall, and over here into this corner, you'll find an audio log on this table, and that one is called Rapture Changing. Okay, and the next log, we're going to head this direction. There's a little hidey hole right here. I believe it's... no, it's not this way. Towards the Vita Chamber, so we're going to keep heading back this way. Right in this little corner here will be another audio log, and that one is called Meeting Ryan. Okay, for the next set of logs, we're going to head towards Fontaine Fisheries. Okay, so that's Fontaine Fisheries, so we're going to head down this staircase, into the water, and head down this hallway. And again, there's a locked keypad here, which I just hacked. And you'll find a grisly sight, but you'll also find the next audio log. That one being called Timmy H Interrogation. Okay, heading into Fontaine Fisheries, we will find the last audio log in this level. Okay, and this is downstairs from the main room by the power to the people station, which is right here. And I believe, is it in this one? No, that's the way to Smuggler's Hideout. So that's where you would go for the quest. If you want to get the other audio log, it's going to be in here. Right on this shelf, next to all these crates. And this safe you can hack if you decide to do so. And that should be all of them for Neptune's Bounty. Alright, there are 3 audio logs in Smuggler's Hideout. Alright, so for this audio log, which is called Meeting with Fontaine, you're going to want to be looking in this general area. I already have it. But because I'm already just the Big Daddy, I don't know if this happens when you don't have this suit on, but I can move the crates. So, if there was a certain location it's supposed to be, I've kind of jumbled it around. Again, I already have this one, but you're going to want to be in this corner of the map in that area. And you'll find it there. Again, that one is called Meeting with Fontaine. Okay, for the next audio log, you're just going to kind of progress as you normally would. Remember, this is where you pull the lever. That's where Ryan kills Fontaine's family. Atlas. Whoopsies. Atlas kills Atlas's family. Anyway, so the next audio log is going to be in a locked cage. These corners. I don't know what one it is. I think it's where that is. This way. In here. On this chest, or crate, you're going to find the Kraut Scientist audio log. And finally, on the bridge towards Arcadia, right here, you're going to find the final audio log, Offered Deal. for Smuggler's Hideout. Now we're moving on to Arcadia. Okay, so in the tea garden, when you get to Arcadia, over here in this corner, you're gonna find Seeing Ghosts, which is the first audio log for Arcadia. Yeah. And then heading straight on through these doors into Arcadia Glens, right here on this bench, you're gonna find the next audio log. That one called Big Night Out. Directly across the room from here, on this chair over here, you'll find the next audio log. This one being called Mass Producing Atom. Okay, Arcadia can get very confusing, so I'm going to walk through this way. Head this way. We're going to climb up this little log here. Go through this set of doors. Going to go across this catwalk here. Into this doorway here. And in here, on the back corner here, kind of by where all this other stuff is, you'll find the next audio log, Arcadia Closed. Okay, we are going to continue to head towards Rolling Hills, which I think takes us this way towards the Rapture Metro. And down here, normally is a rocket turn, where you'll find the next audio log. Shouldn't have come. Okay, after the trees are killed, you'll notice these little like grottos open up. Bench where that log was. We're going to go this way, take a left, and right in here will be the next audio log. It'll be on the ground in this game somewhere. That only happens after the trees die, so you can't get this one until that you progress that part of the story. Okay, so as soon as you get into Waterfall Grotto, this bench right here, right down that bench is the next audio log. That one being called The Market is Patient. Alright, so the next log, we're gonna ignore the noise and head down these steps. There's a lot going on. Trying to get through. Right here is this doorway. We're gonna zap it open. Right here for the next audio log. This one being Heroes and Criminals. Alright, and if you're in this area, you're coming here to get the rose. So we're going to go down here. On this crate, right here, is the next audio log. That one being called Early Test Promising. Alright, so from this audio log, we're just going to head straight over this way towards this lantern. The next audio log will be right here on this rock. That one being called Offer a Better Product. Then we're going to continue to progress to the research laboratories. This is following the basic of the game. Shouldn't have turned it on the hood. It's already starting. Anyway. Right over here is the next log, and that one is called What Won't They Steal? It'll just be in this area here. And then going right through these doors here will take you right to this table, which is where the next audio log, Teaching an Old Hound, can be found. For the next one, we're going to head straight for the office itself. We'll come through this way. When you're doing this part of the game, you'll come this way to talk to the scientist who knows about the Lazarus vector. You're not doing too well. However, in here, on her corpse, is the Lazarus vector audio log. And then, a double whammy here, in this safe, you'll search for it, and there'll be another audio log, that one being called the Lazarus vector formula. Okay, so if you're heading into the tree farms, and you just come this direction, so that is Rolling Hills, Rapture Metro, you're coming up this way, Arcadia Glens, you go in this door right here, to the tree farm, right over here, you'll find another audio log, this one being called Arcadia And Oxygen. Now we're heading towards the farmer's market, and it should be right out here. If I hadn't already got it. But there is another audio log in this area. This one being called Maternal Instinct. And for the last one in this map, we're just going to continue to proceed towards Rapture Metro, which I believe we're going the right way, right? I hope so. Still on a harder difficulty. Still on survivor difficulty for some reason. I thought I only went by saving. It's fine. Go this way to Rapture Metro. Now, this one, I'm seeing a little note about how you can only obtain it after you lift the lockdown. So don't try to get this one before you lift the lockdown. You'll be able to find it. This one is right here on the bench. And this is actually one that I don't have. There's also a gift of nothing. Wow, nothing. But that will do it for Arcadia. Alright. The next 8 audio logs are going to be in the farmer's market. So you gotta head there next. Okay, and the first one's pretty easy. It's just going to be right off by this pneumo tube as soon as you come out of the bulkhead. That one being called B enzyme. Okay. Continuing through the farmer's market, we're going to pass the cheese stand. We're going to head right to Padding Meats here. And as you can see, pulling together is the audio log sitting right here on the counter. I have yet to get this one. Okay. So we have Padded Meats here. So we're going to head this direction now. I'm going to kind of go through the broken logs there. Right, of course, where the elite bouncer is heading. I mean, our elite Rosie. So when they didn't make it too well. Later on the floor is the next audio log, first encounter. And then, back in this area, we'll have the flooded room. There's a table over here. I think this is where that one right here will be called Hatred, and this is where it'll be. Okay? That's where you come up from. You come up these stairs, go in this door. This is the little cheese place. You can crouch, step on the corpse in here. You'll find the next audio log on the floor called Desperate Times. Okay, so we're now heading towards the winery in the apiary here. And right in this area here, you'll find the next audio log. That being called Water and Wine. And again, it's going to be like right in this area. It's either going to be down there or up here, but it's in that location, I promise you. Okay, we're first going to make a stop off at the winery here. Look at this splicer. Head on into the winery. Here in the corner. Not in the basement. Whoopsies. In the corner. Corner of this table here. There's another audio log. That one being called Functional Children. Okay, we're now going to head to the apiary here. Oh. That was weird. He must have been a leftover. Let's go ahead and heal. And get everything else going. Okay, so. Right on this front counter, when you first walk in, will be this log called Adam Explain. And it'll be right here on this counter. Next to the jar of honey by the cash register. Okay, Fort Frolic. At the top of the staircase, right here, right by this trash can, you're going to find the first audio log stood up again. Heading into the projection room of Fleet Hall, we're going to head through that doorway. Let's go up these stairs over here. So it's going to be right in here, in this little container. It's going to be called Musical Insult. Okay, this is the staircase heading up. You're going to go this way. Over in here, right by this chair, you'll find the next audio log on this little ottoman called Come to the Record Store. Okay, from said chair, we're going to head this way. We're going to go into the Sophia Sale High Fashion. Come around this wall here. This door, right in this, whatever this is, you'll find the next audio log in this area here. I think it is actually more so in this general area, maybe back behind this, but it's in this area here. For sure, I know that. On to the next one. Okay, we're going to go ahead and leave that store. And ignore the spider splicers that are dancing all over the ceiling. Go ahead and come down here, and right on this part of the bar, beneath this sign, will be the next audio log. That one called Artist's Feud. Yep. And heading from that location, where we just got that audio log, we're going to keep going this way to Le Marquis de Polk. Or how do you pronounce it? I don't know. There's a pronunciation there somewhere, I know it. Anyway, we are going to search until we find the next audio log, which I do believe is by corpse that's pressed up against the wall. Let's see if we can find him together in live action. My grandma and grandpa used to have one of these like wood carved Indians by the front of their door. It was the coolest thing ever. They had such a cool story about how they came and got it. Well, how they came to acquire it. There's also a power to the people here. That's a good thing to note. And right here is the body we're looking for. With the code 7774. What that means, I don't know, because odds are we probably hacked it. But there's the code there if you can't hack it or if you don't want to hack it. And again, that is the Fancy Cigarettes audio log. Audio diary, audio log, you know what I mean. Yep. Back up the stairs. Instead of going to Fleet Hall, we're going to go right into Cohen's collection. This again is, I believe, his private room. We're going to head on in. And right on this table, right here, you'll find the next audio log. That one being called The Doubters. Okay, and the next audio log we're going to find, we're going to be heading towards Poseidon Plaza. At this point in the story, it'll be right here. You don't have to melt the ice. I picked it up in my first playthrough. As you can probably see if you watch that, I just kind of walked by, picked it up. If it doesn't work, you can try melting the ice, but it's going to be right there. And that one is going to be called The Man Cometh. Very well fitting. Okay, we're going to want to go straight through to Poseidon's Plaza. We're going to want to go right for Surprise. Games about prizes. In Surprise, crate right over in here. Right over here. Right in here is where it'll be. It'll be in this little area here. You're going to find the next audio log, Fontaine's Army. Okay. Next, we're going to be going towards Robertson's Tobaccoria, which is kind of between Eve's Garden. There's also a vent over there for the sisters to come through. In the Tobaccoria, we're going to go right on this table. And on this table, you will find an audio log, Guns Blazing. Okay, so this next one is kind of tricky, and it's one that I've missed before in the past. So let's clear it up a little bit. In Eve's Garden, you get the flashback of, what was her name? I can't remember what her name was, but her and Andrew Ryan were a thing, you know, Ryan's girl, blah, 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 anyway. So, there's an audio log there, but this won't be here when you first come in. What you have to do is go back here, you'll see the ghost, you'll walk back, she'll say, no, Ryan, you'll come in here, back out this way. After you're done with that, this audio log will spawn here. That's one of the reasons why I didn't get it, because I completely forgot about that. But there's audio diary location for It's All Grift. And then I guess I probably could have added it while I was doing that, but the other audio log in this area is called Pregnancy, and that one is located just over here by the bed, which you'll probably find the first time you come in here. So you'll find that one first, Pregnancy first, and then you'll come out here, over here, and then you'll find the It's All Grift audio log right there. Okay, for the next log, we're going to go up this set of steps that are underneath the cure-all sign. We've been there before. You'll see there's an upper level to Surprise. There's spider splicers, sorry, nuts. For some reason, they don't seem to be attacking me as much. I don't know if it's because I'm dressed up as the Big Daddy or not. I don't know. But that's fine, because again, we're on survivor mode for some reason, and I would rather not have brought this. Anyway, in Rapture Records, right over here, behind the counter, is going to be the next audio log. That being called Ryan's Stable Boy. Okay, we're going to leave out of there, and we're going to head towards Pharaoh's Fortune Casino. In Pharaoh's Fortune Casino, we're going to head up the stairs. on this pool table right here in front of me will be the next audio log from Culpepper. Okay, so remember how earlier I said, there's one up there, but you can't go in there until after the thing's over. Anyway, now we're gonna go get that one. So after you complete Cohen's masterpiece, he's no longer in this room. You can go up these steps, turn right, and in this room, you will find on this table Requiem for Andrew Ryan. And that is the last audio log for this area. We're moving on to Hephaestus next. Okay, so for the first audio log, we're going to continue into Hephaestus as you normally would. We're going to come to this point where they see no gods, only man. Which, by the way, when the power is out here, this place is creepy. Plus, it looks way different. Anyway, first audio log is going to be right over here. So let's see, back to our map. So right in there is going to be the first audio log. Ryan takes F Futuristics. So that's Fontaine Futuristics, and it was just too long to spell. But, oops, I didn't mean to buy anything. But that's what the first audio log is. Over in this area, this is heading towards the offices of Andrew Ryan. You'll come in here, you'll progress that away. Over here first, take a pit stop by the Circus of Values vending machine. And down here, you will find the next audio diary, Scooping the Gate. Scoping the gate, not scooping. Scoping, I can't say that. Duh. Alright. We are back in Central Control. Get her, beast, get her! Alright. So, we are looking for right column. First right column victim. There's an audio log on his body, which I hadn't even gotten yet, called Stopping Ryan. Again, that is, you're facing, that's the office of Andrew Ryan. This gentleman right here has got the audio log you're looking for. Okay, and on the third right column, this lady right here, she will have the next audio log. Stopping Ryan. Minor correction, going to heat loss. This is the one that's kind of like the story one. You get that one. That one will tell you how we proceed to set the EMP to get in Andrew Ryan's office. The next audio log will be off to the right in this little room on this table, and it'll be called A Man Or A Parasite. I will have to say though, I really think it's so cool that even though we've destroyed this, it doesn't like go back to how it used to look, like it's current with the progression in the story, because that's exactly what it looks like in the story now. And it produced much power or anything. Oopsies. Okay, we're gonna head on through this door. Bypass the power. Our elite lancer that we searched, and right over here by this chair, Fontaine's Legacy, the next audio diary we're looking for. Okay, going directly downstairs from where that one was. Right here is going to be the next audio log. That one being called Running Short on R34s, which I believe is also another quest one where you're kind of progressing, because that tells you have to find the R34s on Big Daddies to progress to make the EMP. It's also helpful to note that there is one Power to the People machine up here as well. That is across from heat loss monitoring and geothermal control. Directly across from the Gatherer's Garden, which is where the next audio log is. How convenient. That one being called Assassin. Assassin will be right in this area here. Let's check to see if I can get my upgrades. Yes I can. Some health. More Eve. We're almost there. Okay, and for this next audio diary, we're going to go all the way down to the bottom of the core. All the way at the bottom of the core. On this desk right in front of us, right next to this Andy personally auto rounds, we will find the next audio log. Impossible anywhere else. Okay, for this next audio log, we're going to go to heat loss monitoring. We're going to run on by the ruined walkway there. We're going to make it through this hallway of terror, because this is where the lights go out and you kind of spooky. As you can see, there's a lot of things going here. Get on through here. Over in this corner. So you'll find it. So it's kind of by this newspaper. It's by these two little pump things. The vent for a little sister's right there. So that's show. And that one is called Kyber's Door Code. Alright. So at the bottom, when we get to the flooded area here, where this guy met his unfortunate demise, over on this table, you'll find the next audio log. That being called Genetic Arms Race. Okay. Then directly from the opposite side of where you just found that one, where this is all like water and flooded, over here where it's not so flooded and nice and dry, on this desk you'll find not only a tonic, but you'll also find the next audio log. That one being called Getting a Break. Okay, for the next set of audio diaries, we're gonna head up towards the workshops. Specifically, while in the workshops, we're gonna head down this set of stairs and follow the signs. The office of Supervisor Kybers. Across from that is this little room here. Inside this little room, by a gene bank, on this desk, you will find the next audio log. That being called Device Almost Finished. Okay, directly out of that room, heading towards Kyber's office. Right here, there's this little dark panel hatch. We're going to open that up. We're going to crouch and crawl. And in here, you'll find the next audio log, Market Maintenance Code, which I have yet to find. Heading out of that crawl space and into Kyber's office here. Since you can avoid all these tangly-mangly wires, on his desk in here, you'll find the next audio log, Great Chain Moves Slowly. And that one will be smack dab right in here. Next to this is a Power to the People machine as well. Okay, now we are going to head down to the lower workshop area. Somewhere, there's a body down here. That body, we're going to need to look to get a diary. There it is. That one is called The Dream. On this body, kind of just through this door. Over here. There it is. The Dream. On to the next one. Okay, this next one's kind of story related, so I don't know if you can really miss it, but there's a crawl space back here. Big Daddy gonna come over here. Crawl space. This is where you assemble the EMP. But right over here, there is a audio log on this table called Assembling the Bomb. So, yeah. Very well put. Okay. So the next part we're gonna do is Rapture Central Control. And if you recall, Rapture Central Control is one of those locations where you can absolutely miss the audio logs if you don't collect them before you beat it. You'll have to go back and get them again. So, I would suggest making a save if you can before then. But if you can't, unfortunately, you'll have to load back to an earlier save or unfortunately start over to get them. This is one of those moments where you cannot go back. So, we're going to go ahead and show you those ones now. Alright, I've subsequently went back in time to show you these ones, because I was able to collect these ones beforehand. So, the first audio log is going to be on a table in the corner of the control room. And I believe that this one is next to... Yes, it's going to be over here. So this one is going to be called the Vita Chamber. Befittingly so. Alright. After Andrew Ryan goes all a quack and decides he wants to blow the whole place up, we're going to go up here, as we would your normal quest progression. Crawl through this vent here. And drop down there. Here, you will find 1 and 2. I did pick these up in my game. It's because this save was beforehand. But mind control test is there. Baby status is there. And that is all the audio logs that you can get in Rapture Central Control. However, like I said, if you miss these ones, you're in trouble, because you could either load back to your previous save if you have one, or you'd have to start over to get that achievement again. So make sure you get these ones. They are completely missing. Okay. So we're now going to be heading to Apollo Square, and in doing so, we're also going to be going to Olympus Heights as well, but we'll start at Apollo Square. So Apollo Square, we have 6 audio diaries we need to get. It's a really cool little tidbit off the metro station. If you come up here, the director's commentary is right there, and there's also a hat and a cigar right there on the couch, which I think is pretty cool. Moving on. Okay, this one, I'm going to show you the location on the map. So this is heading towards Olympus Heights. So I believe Olympus Heights is back this way. Olympus Heights is there, so if you're leaving Olympus Heights and you're heading this way back in Apollo Square, the audio log's going to be right here. Or if you're heading from Apollo Square to Olympus Heights, you're going to head this way. You'll see the Vita Chamber right over in this pile of dirt. Again, that's what I didn't have. That audio diary is called What's Happening. Okay, coming from that direction, next to the Gatherer's Garden in here, you'll find the next audio log, that being called Atlas Lives. Okay, so for the next few, we're going to head towards the Artemis Suites over this way. More importantly, we're going to go try to find the 2nd floor to get to Suchan's clinic. Just simply head on up the stairs and around this corner. His clinic is the room for rent. You see right here, Dr. Shukong, the free clinic. So walk in here and right on back over here. You'll find Dr. Shukong. He's not in the best of shape right now, but his audio log, his audio diary will be here on the floor in this area here. If not there, but you'll see it shine. You'll get to hear what happened to him. You'll get to hear the fate of the great Dr. Shukong. Okay, the next one we're looking at is going to be down here, the Hestia Chambers. We're heading towards Fontaine's center for the floor. Just inside this gate here, it's a steamer trunk. Inside of it, you'll find the Meeting Atlas audio diary. And the next one, we are going to go up to the 4th floor. Lot of floors. Pretty, got a pretty light though. A pretty skylight. Okay, up on the 4th floor. And we are looking for a desk on the 4th floor. Just break that. Nope. Alright, that leads you down there. We don't want to go down there yet, so let's head over this way. This is probably where it's gonna be. It's down here. We'll find it. Atlas headquarters. Oh, there's a desk per se. There's another desk per se. There's a whole table of nuts and bolts per se. There's a whole armory there. Let's go get tricky. Yo. Oh, look at that. There's also a Power to the People theme, so it's important that you come this way. I would have missed that one entirely. Chance. Next to it is also the audio log we're looking for. The longest con. There's that. There's the Focused Hacker 2 tonic. There's a corpse with another audio log in the corpse. So in the inventory of the corpse right next to where this last one was, there's also another audio log. There's also a gift here, glue and screws. There's also a safe. And that'll do it for this side. Now we have to go to Olympus Heights. Good. And we are now getting ready to head into Olympus Heights. There are a total of 6 audio diaries and lymphocytes. Now, this is something I had wished that I had went over the first time as I was going through to tell you how many were in each location. But there's a total of 6 here. Let's go get them. So if we're coming in from this direction over here from Apollo Square, we're going to go up here in this little bar middle area here. And right here, directly across from the Paco Bandito ammo vending machine, is Mozart of Genetics, the next audio diary we need to collect. Now we're going to be heading to Mercury Suites. Mercury Suites, we're looking for Suchon's apartment. Ah, yes, this is where the rich, the elites, Rapture live. Okay, well, let's go find his apartment and get that next audio log. Oh yes, a semi-missable, not missable achievement I guess, but one of those random achievements is to find Sandra Cohen's home.
I hear your wings flapping in my home. Flip, flap, flip, flap, flip, flap. Come into the light, little moth. Come in. Whoever learned to take instruction? I'm coming down there, little moth. Coming down to teach you to dance.
Uh-oh. Maybe we shouldn't have made him mad, huh? Little detours are fun, I suppose. Yeah, I'll teach you how to dance, Sander. Huh. Ah, there's a power to the people in his room. Now we are only missing one power to the people machine. So we're gonna have to see if I'm gonna even know where that is. It's gonna be a rough one to find. But so that's Sandra Cohen's room. Flush the toilet. Okay. Take a picture of his corpse. We should get an achievement for irony. Taking a picture of Sandra Cohen's corpse. We also found his home. That one I think will pop eventually. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe you're not supposed to kill him for that one. But back to where we were going. To find Suchon's apartment. Most of Rapture's big shots all live here, but here's Suchon's apartment. And again, we are looking. See, there's a room to the left after entering. Well, that one will be on the floor, so kind of by this barricade here. Yep. So it'll be right in here, and that one will be called Fontaine's Human Jukebox. Heading into the water, we're in the flooded laboratory area of Dr. Chapon's house, and here, next to, there's a tonic, there's our next audio diary, Mind Control Antidote, on this table. Okay, the next one is in Culpepper's apartment, right here in Mercury Suites. Should be in the entrance, which this one I don't think we have, because we were kind of just trying to get through here. See if we can find it. Maybe I already done did. Maybe I already done did get through here. Let's take a look and see. It's on a table. These ones are kind of tricky to find. Not these tables. Okay, so I think it would have been right here. Yes. So it would be right here. This one is called Artist Woman. Again, that is the next audio diary. Coming out of this apartment, there is a Power to the People machine there with some napalm in front of it. We've already used that one. The next audio log wants us to go as high as we can. And then in a crate will be the next audio diary. So let's head on up. Okay, oh, it's over that way. And we gotta go around the long way. Yeah, that's right. Oh, we're on the long way. So this way. This way. And it'll be right here is the camera. If you haven't taken it already, it'll be the camera. And right here will be the audio log. That being called Fontaine's Breakup. Okay, and the last audio log for this area is going to be in Fontaine's apartment. So you have to find the key for that one. I think it, what is that, 4577 or something, or 7540. It was in the plane. We found the key for this one. So we're gonna go ahead and come on up here. We're gonna go right in the apartment, and there should be a table in the room to the right. Alright, table, right, boop, right there. That one is called Sad Saps. And that is the last audio log for Olympus Heights. So now we are heading back to Prometheus, which is where we were at yesterday. Alright, so we are finally heading to Point Prometheus. This is where we left off before I decided to do this little collect-a-thon, I suppose. That's a good way to put it. Hopefully the last Power of the People's here, too. Because it'd be kind of cool to get all of those, too. Even though these aren't a direct part of this series, even have them here. One thing. But there are 9 audio diaries here. So let's go ahead and get started.
Nobody never told you nothing but lies till I come along.
Yeah. I don't want to have too much stuff be said while I'm not recording for the actual series. On a desk in the upper balcony area of Little Wonders. So we're gonna go to Little Wonders. Educational facility. They're gonna learn the ways. Just Girls will be on this desk right here. And again, that is the audio diary. Just Girls. Oh, what was that one? I didn't get to see that one. Okay, so we got marketing goals,
when he built up the plasmid business.
which is the next find that. But if you come back here to the eugenics analysis on this side, and we'll go straight back. Watch out for these 2 rocket turrets. They almost did me. We go straight back here, and look at that. There it is, the last Power to the People upgrade station. We are now officially kitted out and ready for the last battle between us and good old Frank Fontaine. Now we just have to find out those last few audio diaries. Alright, completely wrong location. That's Optimized Eugenics to the right of Optimized Eugenics. Door with the Melton. Fire. Open up this garbage can. Blue. So I'm going to assume I've already got this audio diary. So in that trash can will be the Changing Employers audio log. Back into Optimized Eugenics, we're gonna head towards the Plasmid prototyping area. As soon as this clears. Thank you. Test subject, Plasmid, just right here in front of this corpse. And we are going to go ahead and, for some reason, I'm going to take that down. I don't know why that was set so high, but I'm not, oh, come on. I'm not really worried about that. I'm not worried about the hard, some people said that if you can, there's some ways you can, like, kind of, like, cheese the game and make you think that you've already done it on a certain difficulty, but it's not. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. We also get to rescue this little sister in this episode.
How can I thank you for this? I send another little one with a token of our appreciation.
Nice. Okay. That's it. Every little sister has been saved. We haven't missed a single one. So, we're going to look for the next log now. Alright. Failsafe, armored escort. Oh, look. There it is. 200. Some ammo. Some gene upgrades. Got 306. Let's get Incinerate 3. Let's get Winter Blast 3. Why not? And let's get, Sonic Boom. I'm really worried about Sonic Boom. Okay, there we go. Sweet. So, we are looking for the east room of the suit here. gonna head this direction. It's a candidate induction. Does it say? Here it has. I have a picture. I will obviously link the map that I'm using that's helping me with a lot of this, because I could not have done this if it wasn't for this map. This map is very, very, very helpful. So, without this map, I am useless. So, we're gonna head this direction. We're gonna be on top of protecting little ones. Is that audio diary? Okay, so now we're on to the next one. Machine next to the gene bank. Gene bank and suit assembly on the floor. Okay, so we're gonna go back this way. Excuse me, make sure you're not thinking. Get out of the way. Didn't listen. So this one I must have already had. So this audio log would be right here on top of this machine, next to this gene bank. And that one would be called Mistakes. So we have to go, okay, so the west room is suit assembly now. We're gonna head towards that opposite direction. No. I wasn't expecting to get the last little sister or the last weapon upgrade in this episode, so that was kind of fun. Okay. So here we are. We are looking for a stack of monitors, which I believe are right here. This one would be the Protector Smell audio log, would be right here. We have Missing Boots, which is the next one. Okay, so now we have to go to, let's see, where's that? Suit assembly. Here. Alright. So candidate conversion is about here. Let me show you a quick little. I mean, we were already in here. I was just silly and I missed it, that's all. This is the main hall. So we have our suit assembly room here. Kind of where we just were. That's right here is where we'll find little spinny thingies after they strap us down to those and take us over. Candidate conversion. And then we're going across all the way down here is where the audio log Missing Boots would be. Okay, now we're looking for a door with ice that has to be melted. That is where we will find the final audio diary of Bioshock. Let's head into suit assembly. I believe I saw something that looked like it was icy over yonder. Over. Oh, yeah, no, I want to go back over. Oh, man. That's fine. We'll go back to this crazy room. It's look like testing them on how to go to NASA. Can you turn them on? Sometimes you can turn them on. Whatever. Here we go. Let's go and see if this is what we have to catch. It is. Good. There's the Circus of Values machine. And there it is. 122 out of 122. The last audio log in this area. And in Bioshock. Cheap son of a...
Fontaine, scary son of a bitch. But Ryan, cheap son of a bitch. You can no reuse protector suit. Take a man, grab the skin and organs straight in the suit. Otherwise, your suit will not work. Ryan say Big Daddy too expensive. Ryan can go suck an egg.
Huh. Well, okay. So, that's going to be it for all the audio logs. So we are going to move on to the last part of the series and go from there. So, thank you guys so much for watching this second part. I might try to smash these together. I don't know if that would be a really long video. Really helpful, but a really long video. But, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all the support, and I'll see you guys in the soon-to-be riveting conclusion of Bioshock. Bye-bye!